He had I think, best word choice of maybe any comedian I've ever seen. Yeah. He intentionally mispronounces words.
Because the biggest show right now in the planet is Kate and Ashley plus what? John and Kate.
Spit all over me. That's all right.
John and Kate plus 8.
You did it. You did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he knows, he knows how to say TV. He says it's the TV.
What are you doing now?
I just saw on the TV my hair.
Okay. All right.
He came on our show, I think it was his first appearance, and he was talking about a Doberman, and he said it's a Doberman, and he knows.
When I was a kid, the toughest dog was a Doberman dog. You ever see them? They're a tough. Oh man, they'll rip your throat out. Them dogs. Just like a pit.
But he's constantly screwing with you on every level.
Right.
But his word choice is, he was like Mark Twain. He had this folksy, completely out of time. I mean, I don't know if he was born 300 years too late or 300 years too early, but he's talking in a way, no one speaks like that. And you really appreciate the way he says things. And
He talks like a 1930s Canadian dock worker.
Yeah.
But he says, listen now, he says, man, I'm a tough old hombre, you know, and I got friends now. He says, I don't want anybody to know about this. You know, this is back in the old days.
Sure, yeah.
He said,
I can tell by the accent, yeah.
You know, it's funny because when the way I experienced him, as you did, Dave, was, you know, really on the talk show format. And later on, when I would look at the clips of him on my show, that I would think, I don't even know that I needed to. I was there just laughing, but I was in no way. He's totally self-fueled. Yes, it's nice when you hear the audience there, but he's also, when I look at his appearances that he did with me, I think I didn't need to be there. Right. I mean, I'm glad I was there. I'm selfishly glad I was there. But he's talking a lot about. I mean, he's talking a lot about mortality. He's talking a lot about death, and obviously now that people, you know, comics talk about that all the time. His face, his eyes, and his eyebrows. I always said there's something almost like a jack-o'-lantern. He's got such a great, his expressions when he's talking about after someone's completed the act, when he becomes, you know, what am I going to do now? I'm going to go down and have a cheese sandwich. He's such a terrific performer. I mean, he's really just got this.
I got a wife.
You got a wife?
I just got married because I thought, go through that charade, keep appearances up.
Oh, yeah. That's the kind of thing you'd tell if this were a memoir.
And he's telling the whole story like a great 1920s silent film comic. He also had an infinite collection of old stories, I think probably from, you know, rural Canada or traveling salesman stories. And I would be delighted because, you know, he'd come out and I'd be laughing. It was the only person I could say this about. I'd be laughing before he did anything. He'd come out from behind the curtain and he's got those cheeks and those eyes. And I've looked at the tape, I'm just laughing. He hasn't done anything yet.
No, I'm from a little town. It's called Monkland, and it's only 108 people.
108. That's small.
It's country. You know, it's really rural. And but man, I'll tell you, there's lots of funny stories from there.
Well, I'm sorry we don't have time. Thank you very much for coming, Norm. It was good having you here. It was Norm MacDonald. Good night, everybody.
Because farm people, you know.
There are funny stories from this town.
Yeah, because farm people, they all seem to be, you know, there all seems to be a funny story. I remember one time.
There better be, Norm.
And then you know, Norm, how are you? And he's like, bought a farm. And I know immediately this is complete bullshit. And I'd say, well, you know, the whole thing is a complete waste of everyone's time, and it's joyous.
Right,
because
he's reveling in it.
He's reveling in every second of it. My experience was so chaotic. You know, I thought this guy is Evel Knievel. He's going to jump Snake River Canyon. He doesn't care. But he put a ton of work into what he was doing and worked it out a lot of the time. So I don't know what that process was, but I mean, this really impressed me with how self-contained it is.
Some days we get closer, things that we never really needed, promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over if we never got a chicken.
all I've ever heard about Norm is that I think he was the most widely read comedian, very widely read, highly intelligent. I think a great, great mathematician. I mean, things that you would never think. He was talented in all these areas. And choosing, what's my diction? What's my word going to be? What's the right word here? And what's it exactly going to be? So you get this, because he seems reckless, but he's also ruthlessly planned everything out and thought it through. Yeah. And they don't seem to go together, but with him, they do.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. And with the Pope in New York City, some of the New York City's greediest and most heartless con men are getting rich selling fake tickets to the Mass in Central Park. Don't I know it? Look at all, look here. Look at all this. Oh, yeah. And in Polk City, Florida, a man had his stolen car returned, but the cremated remains of his father, I say the cremated remains of his father, are still missing. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. That's right. A Minnesota man is being sued by a woman who claims that he promised to marry her, but called off to the wedding after he convinced her brother to give him a kidney. Don't I know it? A study says that pot use in high school is up sharply. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. I'm joking. And, I don't really sell drugs to children. And now...
I had a bar mitzvah, Norm.
Yeah. You did?
Yeah.
Wait, are you Jewish?
Yes.
Get the fuck out of here. No, I'm kidding. I love the Jewish people.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know you had a bar mitzvah. Yeah. That's when you turn 13 and they cut part of your cock off.
No.
What is it again?
No.
You cut your own cock off.
Wait, hold on. Are you
in
Jewish?
front of all your grandparents. And am I? Yeah, I am.
What kind of bar mitzvah did you have?
It was the most cutting edge. You know what I mean?
If they define a chromosome as
or a
saying
gene,
that
yeah.
you're gay or a gene, that would be abnormal. How would the gay community...
It wouldn't be called abnormal. It would be called different. It wouldn't be called abnormal.
Wow.
Maybe the abnormal gene would be hetero.
That's true. Hey, maybe the normal gene would be those ladies
maybe it would be normal to be gay.
that cut their cocks into vaginas.
No.
A Florida University student was caught streaking on campus and apparently told police he was on acid and asked them to cut his dick off. Boy, these kids today are crazy. In my day, we didn't need drugs. We would just cut our own dicks off.
Yeah, you didn't need no fucking acid and shit. This reminds me of your kind of joke.
All right.
Just from hearing you read jokes.
Oh, I like this. I like the theme that this one has. A man in Taiwan reportedly cut off his own penis to win an argument with his wife. That reminds me of that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, where Raymond forgot Deborah's birthday and had to cut his own cock off. Game of Thrones, that guy's getting his penis cut off, if you guys
Everybody. Is there?
Yeah, this guy got his penis cut off.
To turn into a vagina? Fashion into a vagina?
I don't think they had medieval sexual.
Oh, that's in the old days?
Oh, yeah, it's like medieval. But it'd be cool if they did experiment with genital altercations back then.
Yeah.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer...
Isn't it weird that you can go to a doctor and go, you know how I have a cock?
Where are you going with this?
It's not real. I shouldn't have a cock.
I'm bored.
Do you mind cutting it? And because I've always intuitively believed that.
So the best is like when you want to go back after like 5 months. You're like, you know, I had a cock and then you gave me a pussy.
Which didn't work.
The pussy was fun, but can I get my cock back? You still have it?
Guys like you betcha. He started by cutting Yoon's penis off, leading to his lover bleeding out live on a videotape. Magnotta then went to his kitchen and placed his boyfriend's penis into a skillet, frying it until it was golden brown. While taking his last breath, Yoon witnessed his supposed soulmate feast on his genitals. After Yoon had perished, Magnotta began dismembering him, sending packages of his... I mean, this guy was a real jerk. Here we go. The final joke. Okay. Good night, everybody.
This year's most popular iPhone game is Clash of the Clans.
Clash of the Clan, the most popular iPhone game.
The least popular iPhone game, Cut My Cock Off.
Oh, my Lord. That's what you chose? Is the final joke?
You chose it!
Okay, and finally next Thursday, Americans everywhere will celebrate the holiday of Thanksgiving, or as turkeys refer to it, Murder Day.
I got a list of things that I'm thankful for. Every year I make them on the day before Thanksgiving.
Right.
So I can make a little speech, you know?
Right.
And I like it if you'll have me to read my list.
Yeah, I'm going to not even interrupt you. You take your time.
Well, firstly, I'm thankful for the fine ladies who live across this country and leave pies on their windowsills, so an old chunk of coal like me might have a meal from time to time. I'm thankful for all of my 5 children, especially the one that I like. I'm thankful for the simple things in life, like bread. Although I've never tried it myself, I hear it's quite good. I'm very thankful for the brave man who pulled me from a burning building last April and unfortunately perished in the process. I'll never forget him, you know. I don't remember his name, but I think he had a mustache.
Jesus, Lord.
Of course, I'm thankful for being able to do stand-up comedy for a living, you know. There's nothing more gratifying than to step on a stage before a quiet crowd and with my comedy slowly turn them into an unruly mob. I'm thankful for women, the greatest creatures on earth, because without women, Dennis, there would be no cookies.
I'm thankful for women.
Oh, there you go.
The greatest creatures on earth.
That's all right. We'll get behind that one.
I think women are more intelligent than men. Also, Conan, without women, there would be no cookies.
I'm glad that this year the police finally solved the baffling murder of Margot Hemingway.
Hey, I'm thankful that this year the police finally solved the baffling murder of Bob Hope. No, the Burbank police and the LA... and finally... and this is on a serious note.
The baffling murder of Bob Hope was so...
And finally, what I'm most thankful for, of course, is serious, you know, is friends. Yes, friends. Especially that one where Joey buys Chandler a duck. That's the one I like the best.
Norm, I don't even think we punctuate that. I think it is such a beautiful list that we appreciate you calling in. We are thankful for your continued patronage here, and you have a good time in Hawaii. Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
Yeah, give my love to your family, buddy.
What I'm most thankful for, honest to God, is friends.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes, Conan, friends. Especially the one where Joey buys Chandler a duck.
All right, yeah. hell was that all about?
Baby, won't you come by? Everything's better with you by my side. A movie and dinner tonight. Pour a couple drinks and yeah, we're feeling fine.
I love Norm. Norm is from my home country, Canada, and from my home club, Yuck Yucks. And I've worked with him many times. Norm had one of the funniest stories he ever told on The Tonight Show about his father. Do you know about his father and Bill Cosby?
No.
No, not his. He told this on The Tonight Show. He told a story. It's one of my favorite stories because it's real. Again, Bill Cosby was on SNL when, as a guest host, when Norm was there, and he tells a story about his dad got him into comedy. Norm MacDonald's dad would sit him down every time there was a comedian on The Tonight Show or wherever. He would sit him down and make him watch, and they would watch Cosby together. Cosby stand up, and they would laugh. That was his father and him bonding moment, and maybe the reason he got into comedy. So when Cosby was on the show, he went up and he said, "Mr. Cosby, you know, I just want to tell you that I think you're the reason I'm in comedy. You are my dad's favorite comedian, and he used to make me sit down in front of the TV and watch you, and that's what inspired me to go into comedy, but you're his favorite." And Cosby says to him, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "I'm from Ottawa, Canada." And Cosby says, "I'm playing Ottawa. I'm on tour. I'm going to be playing Ottawa in 2 weeks. Give me your dad's number. I'll call him, and I'll bring him to the show." And Norm goes, "That's amazing." He goes, "What's his number?" And he wrote down his number, and then he walked away and he started sweating. And one of his friends said to him, "What's wrong, Norm?" He goes, "Well, I told him that story. And then once he said, I'm going to call him, I was too uncomfortable to tell him my father died 5 years ago." So I just wrote down a bullshit number, and that's it. And they go, "How could you do that, Norm?" 2 weeks goes by. Norm is sitting in his office. They get a call. They said, "Norm, Bill Cosby is on line 2. This is 2 weeks later, and he picks up the phone and he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "Listen, I'm in Ottawa and your dad's not answering. They said that this number is disconnected that you gave me. What is his number?" And I can't remember for the life of me the end of the story, but Norm was stuck on the phone and he didn't want to say, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that he's dead." Like, at what point do you kind of break this to Bill Cosby? It was one of the funniest, real, uncomfortable, and that kind of comedy is the kind of comedy that when people are uncomfortable. And when Norm MacDonald told that real life story, it's really funny, but oh my God, his father's dead. He's in a, it's
How
like,
do you get out of that? Yeah.
Yeah, there was no way.
Was there an ending?
I can't remember the ending, and I wasn't prepared for this story, and I remember I hear it a lot. I'm just kind of bowled over by the loss of somebody younger than me.
You know, I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And then I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, "He didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story."
One of the nicest, most genuine, authentic people I've been watching over and over again. One of my favorite moments of his is in 1998. In January 7th, if you look it up, January 7th, 1998, he did the Letterman show. That is the day that he got fired from Weekend Update.
Right.
And he wouldn't say anything negative. Letterman did many, many times to him in his face. But he first of all, he was fired. He still showed up and did this appearance. You know, if you got fired off your main event, I doubt you would want to
promote it
and be out in public.
Right.
And that's all they talked about. And he would not say, Letterman was going, "What kind of idiot would fire you?" "No, he's a very nice man. He was a nice man. He just didn't like he would not besmirch the guy that made
Class act.
The most classy.
Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me, and I was talking to my buddies on a text chain the other day, a bunch of comics, and I said, this wasn't Norm's time. He didn't want to live in a world of Don Ohlmeyers. Everyone trying to cancel everybody.
Right.
It was interesting that he's gone now.
So you went on there and told that story, and then Dave was kidding you about Don Ohlmeyer, et cetera, as I
Right.
recall.
Dave was much more upset about it than me. Because Dave wasn't under the influence of Xanax.
I wonder if he's doing it now. Up there. Up there. She's up there too.
my favorite of all of the hosts of these types of shows is
what's his name?
Is the host of Deal or No Deal, Howie.
Oh, Howie.
Yeah. He's the most amazing. Even though he's a comedian, he does it. And I'm going to tell you that you are in a moment.
Yeah, and he still gets us every week.
Every time.
Every week.
Norm MacDonald was just on David Letterman.
I heard he cried. He was so upset.
He cried, and it was like really like beautiful.
Yeah.
But he had a great joke about like, I don't know if you guys are here. He goes, I got no problem with, North Korea. I never lay in bed. They try to scare you on the news, you know? He goes, but I never woke up like, North Korea. I hope they don't get me, you know? And like nobody really laughed, but did you hear Letterman like cackling in the background? And you realize it's just with Norm, it's all, you are being fucking played. When you think he's bombing, it's all a big setup to the fucking, in a year, he's going to have the perfect special ever.
You might as well sit with Norm and just keep a smile on your face because you don't know where you are in the joke.
He goes, I'm not afraid of Iran, or Iraq or North Korea, I'll tell you a country I don't like. It's Germany. I don't know if you guys are history buffs, but at the beginning of our last century, Germany decided to have a war against the world. And what's weird is it was close. You think like it'd be like 5-minute war, but it was actually it was almost tied. And about 50 years go by, and Germany goes, hey, let's have another war against the world. And they almost won that one, too. Because you would think everybody in the world would go, hey, Germany, we're not going to let you have a country anymore. Who are you, Mars? Just fucking, I just love, it was, you would think it'd be over in 5 minutes, but it was close.
Did you hear him talking on the Russell Brand podcast with him and Russell Brand when he was talking about how he was at the party or when he played the White House Correspondents' Dinner?
Yeah.
And Larry Flint said,
I'll take care of you. Right?
I'll take care of you. He goes, when a guy says I'll take care of you, you think you're gonna get like if he owns a grocery store, you think you're gonna get some vegetables. But Larry Flint, you think you're gonna get some crazy kooky girl and you're gonna get to have sex with her, and then Larry Flint's gonna come in his wheelchair just whacking off.
But he does like an impression. The guy jacking off. Larry Flint fucking. That was an amazing experience watching Russell Brand and Norm MacDonald, because in my opinion, I think you and I are kind of together on this, two of the most beautiful human beings, comedically, aesthetically, just to look at. Like you just look at Norm, you kind of can't stop looking at him. Like people go like, hey, Norm, but like, nah, if you look at Norm MacDonald, if I just showed you a photo of Norm MacDonald, you know who he was, and I'm like, this, you don't remember this guy from the Cary Grant movies? You wouldn't go like, no, what? Like, he's gorgeous. And like Russell Brand, people like write him off. Norm on his video cast, he's got this running thing where he'll like explain like a serial killer, and he just draws everybody in. And it's not until you see like 2 years, it's like a joke for him and Adam Egget. Mm-hmm. And it's like, hey, this guy, I've been in Ontario, I'm an old chunk of coal, Anthony, but there was a man murdered his entire family. When the police got to him, his wife's innards were soup, like a stew. He was eating his bride, And then he winds up killing a few policemen and takes a few children, and there's a crawl space. I know what this crawl space is. That's where this guy sounds like a real jerk. That's the whole punchline. Yeah. But it goes on for like 8 minutes just so he can go, this guy sounds like a real jerk.
I'm pretending I know who Albert Gray is. I didn't.
No, Albert Fish.
Oh.
You're a New Yorker. So anyways, he was a child rapist and cannibal, as I explained.
When he says child rapist, you try not to laugh when he looks at you.
Oh, come on, man. It's not funny.
I know it's not, but I know you want people to laugh.
Fish chose his victims. He only chose victims who were either mentally handicapped. Now, don't laugh at this next part, please.
You know he wants you to, right?
No. If you laugh at this next part.
Okay. And I'm not going to
Fish chose victims who were either mentally handicapped or African American. Oh, come on. Why would you think that's funny? God damn, Fred. Jesus Christ, that was the worst part of the story. But why do you think he did that? What would be the explanation? Why would he only attack? Why would his victims that he chose only be either mentally handicapped or African Americans?
Because people in those days didn't care when those people were vanished.
You're thinking like Albert Fish now.
And prostitutes. That's why they kill prostitutes.
Exactly. Nobody really cares about prostitutes. But you're exactly right. That's why Albert Fish killed only mentally handicapped and African Americans.
What about, okay.
I thought you'd laugh at African Americans again, that they were.
No, because I know him. I know he'll do something. That's outrageous.
Well, it's kind of outrageous. Fish was finally arrested, and he immediately began confessing to killing 700 children.
Get out of here.
Yes. I mean, this guy was a real jerk.
Now I know there was no Albert Fish.
So I didn't always come in with like full sketches, whereas Tom, I remember Tom was the guy who would always come in with like
Norm
solid.
MacDonald was that guy. You guys didn't have to pitch to like an oligarch. Like you didn't have like a guy you had to pitch to.
No.
You had autonomy pretty much, right?
Right, but that's
until
why
they asked you to have a recurring sketch and you shoved up their ass and dipped my balls in it. It's so fun. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Go to YouTube and just type in "dip my balls in it."
Last Supper. Put Louis in the Last Supper.
Louis in the Last Supper. But really, you got to see Burning Love, you guys. We're gonna talk a lot about it. But we all had to pitch to Lorne, and then I realized early that I would pitch all like my real ideas and like I wanted to impress everybody, and I would give like, and then this happens, and then this is the joke, and then this is, and the big twist is this. At the end. So then when it got to the table for table read in front of like 40 people, no one laughed because I did the sketch in the room, and then I realized like a couple months in there was the art of the fake pitch, and like Kevin Nealon and Norm MacDonald, it was like a contest every week to see who could come up with the fucking weirdest fake pitch that the host believed was actually happening, and the rest of the room we all knew it wasn't. Lorne knew it wasn't.
That's awesome.
But I remember like Kevin Nealon every week would do 2 fake pitches and go, also I have this idea where you live at the top of one of those runaway truck ramps, you know, in your house all the way up there, and just it's like dinner time, a truck comes flying through your house, man. And the host would go, yeah, this is funny. I mean, but every week. And we would all just be laughing so hard. And the host is looking around like, yeah, that is funny, right? But we're laughing because the host is a fucking moron. And then Norm, I remember, it was Bob Newhart goes, I got this idea. People always confuse literally and figuratively. A guy will go, hey, how was that movie you just saw, you know? And I go, oh, my God. It was so funny. I literally laughed my head off. But he didn't, you know, because he's got a head still. And Bob Newhart just stared at Norm like, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. And then Norm, like a dog with a chew toy, was like, I'm not leaving this room until, like, they fucking locked the doors like a prison movie.
He's going to break them?
Like, yeah. And he goes, or you go, hey, how's your wife? Well, she literally died. When she got your message, she literally dropped dead right there on the floor. She's died. She literally died, and he's moving like closer.
Did Newhart break at a certain point?
Yeah, eventually he just fucking won. And then that week, Norm did a sketch where he was Charles Kuralt, and he was the only. It was just Charles Kuralt alone talking to camera, and we're all like in full Charles Kuralt makeup, unrecognizable, and you're like, how the fuck do you, like, his fake sketches were better than anything I ever actually got on air.
He's amazing, isn't he? He's an amazing guy.
He is amazing.
He's the best sketch that never got on the air in my entire time at Saturday Night Live, which is only 40 episodes, was Norm MacDonald's game show, Name 2. Hey, Jimmy. Steve Allen is in the Guinness Book of World Records for writing over 4,000 songs for that new car. Name 2.
Name 2 of who?
Steve Allen is in the Guinness Book. Now, Kate Bush is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ballot, you know, for being a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame worthy lady. She's written over 600 songs. Name 2. Ding, 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 ding. Name two. What a great fucking sketch.
That's a great sketch. Why didn't it get on? I'll read your book.
Who knows? I don't know why.
I'll read your book.
I heard for like 2 years, I'd go to a comedy club and they'd go, yeah, Norm was here last week. It was pretty fucking weird, dude. And I'm like, what? And my wife and I would like go like, what's going on with, like, I hope he's okay, you know? And then you see his Comedy Central special. Perfect.
Right.
So the joke's on everybody across the country. Like, yeah, he was really weird. He's got these other guys following him. Every town had a different, like, I think he was super high. And another town's like, he really gambled. And another town, he came in with 19 men. like that strange. Like, he made us bathe. Like, he had to be bathed, or he wanted something for his feet. And then just, you know, you see his Comedy Central special. Perfect. My father died. My grandfather died. My great-grandfather died, to the best of my knowledge. He's dead, you know. I come from a long line of death. And you're just like, this is perfect comedy. So, however it works for you, I guess.
Yeah.
I was driving from Quebec City back to Montreal, because when you do that festival, the Montreal Festival, I would get too drunk, and I'm like, I need to get out of here. I don't want to be I just don't want to be the drunk comedian anymore. So I was like, I'm going to go to Quebec City during the day and have a day. And I was driving back to Montreal to do shows that night, and I was listening to Norm's album just called Me Doing Stand Up, and I fucking had to pull over so I didn't crash my car.
No room for improvement.
No, I almost crashed my car. I was laughing so hard.
It's 16 ounces of water in like a 10-ounce glass, and it never just like.
I was like,
my grandfather died, my great-grandfather died.
Yeah.
You know, my father. He goes on. I come from a long line of death.
Yeah, no, it was that
cancer.
part.
It's a
He's
draw.
like, everybody's afraid of a terrorist. Yeah, your heart is what's going to attack and kill you. Like, your heart. And the funniest joke is when he goes, the only way to stop your heart from attacking you is to attack your heart with a defibrillator.
We're not doing this justice at all. And
No.
it's funny because like people that don't just get it, you're not going to convince them.
No.
By sharing it.
You just got to listen to that album. So funny.
What was it like? Hey, he lost his long battle with, finally lost his courageous battle with cancer.
Yeah.
All right, but if he dies, the cancer dies, that's a draw.
Yeah, it's such a good...
So, like, alcoholism's not a disease. Like, my uncle's got bowel cancer. I have searing pain. What are your symptoms? You're real happy. Sometimes I meet somebody else's disease and we fuck. He had a great Norm story. When he's, you know, he had a great story. He was opening for Norm in San Francisco, and Norm goes, "Hey, you know, we're in San Francisco, you know, so don't do any of that fag shit, you know." And he's like, "What?" And he goes, you know, San Francisco. There's a lot of gay guys here. They live here in San Francisco. So just when you go up there, don't do any of that fag shit." And Artie's like, "All right," like didn't plan on it. And then Artie does 20 minutes. Norm goes up and goes, "Hey, what's with his AIDS?" You know, they say it's like the worst disease in the world, you know? But I saw on the news today, AIDS does not discriminate. And that's nice.
Oh, no.
So I don't know why is it so bad. Hey, don't do any of that fag shit. So maybe if Norm was on the set of Suddenly Susan, he could be like, "You're a homophobe. You're not holding Maddie's hand." Last time I got heckled bad was at Motor City Casino in Detroit. And I was doing Norm MacDonald. But the thing about the Norm MacDonald impression is
you're at the Motor City Casino in Detroit.
Hey, man,
So-
I'm down. I love the D.
Yeah.
But I'm doing Norm. But the thing about a Norm impression is you have to ramble and circle it back around. Like it's got to get a little uncomfortable.
Right.
And I was doing Demi Moore. Oh my God, Demi Moore went to the hospital for that exhaustion there. You know, exhaustion. Oh my God. You know where I go where I'm exhausted, John? Home. Whenever I'm tired. I didn't went to the hospital. You know? And it's this whole long thing about being on a construction site. And me and my friend John and Eric, you know, like, hey, what do you say after work? We go to the emergency room to rest, you know. And I just keep going and going. And like right next to me, like right there, she goes, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And I go, there's always one cunt, you know. And I did it in the impression. And that person emailed me on my website and said, "I was the cunt."
I'm sorry, but I was really confused.
Oh,
And
that's-
everyone explained to me what was happening. Should I close with Norm, a paragraph from his book about Don Rickles?
Yeah, close with that.
As Norm.
Yes.
Okay. Because it
Say
is. I was at a hotel reading that off my iPad. I laughed so hard, I fell on the ground.
I don't doubt this.
My wife came in the other room because she thought I was having an actual heart attack because apparently I was just making gasping sounds and kicking things over.
Oh, that's perfect.
You want to hear a part of Norm? By the way, Norm's book, based on a true story, Norm MacDonald, is a must, and you have not read it.
I haven't read it. I see it. I'm on plane. It's my next buy for sure.
So it's about Don Rickles. This is Norm MacDonald's book. If you want to put a link up at jmore.com, since Brooks doesn't sell anything, and a link to Brooks' Instagram at jmore.com.
Oh, no, you can buy my album.
This is cool, right?
Yeah, my album's called This Is Cool, right? It's been
I
out.
love that album.
Thank you, Jay. It's very
Great
nice.
title, too.
What a delight. Thank you.
He was a big Rickles fan. He saw him on The Tonight Show his whole life, right? And he's on the set of Dirty Work, Don Rickles to Norm MacDonald. So I approached him the first day in the makeup trailer, and I introduced myself. I said, I just want to tell you, Mr. Rickles, I feel so honored that you'd agree to be in the film, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. He shook my hand. That's very nice, Norm. By the way, I spoke to the home. Your room will be ready Tuesday. The trailer erupted in laughter, and I felt rage deep in my soul. And I saw myself in the mirror, and I saw that my face was beet red. I wasn't on any waiting list for any type of home, as Mr. Rickles was clearly suggesting, I'm losing the impression, but I swallowed my anger. And I was determined to find the real man through my own kindness and love. Mr. Rickles, I'd be honored if I could take you out to one of Toronto's finest restaurants and buy you dinner tonight. I have a better idea, Norm. Why don't you go to a shed in the desert with a rake and go brap?
Go brap. It's literally capital.
I got a better idea, Norm. Why don't you go to a shed in the desert with a rake and go brap? Now, this awful classless burping noise got the cheap laugh I'm sure Mr. Rickles is used to, but not from me. I could feel myself beginning to shake with rage. Now, I'm going to read to you the part where I was so happy to meet and reach the real Don Rickles, and I said, anything you want to do, what would you like, sir? Well, Norm, he says, I'd like you to get a monkey and an organ grinder and run around the room going, I lost my sack, I lost my sack. And then Mr. Rickles then pranced around the makeup trailer doing a grotesque pantomime of me searching for a missing sock.
What is he talking?
It's fucking fiction.
I know.
Like in the beginning, the first chapter, he's like, him and Lorne Michaels are smoking opium. And it's the most genius thing, because any fucking story, nobody can sue him.
Yeah.
Like, who's the guy, Dick Ebersol, can't do shit about what Norm wrote in here, because Norm's like, wait a minute, me and Lauren were at a whorehouse smoking crack. Don Rickles is doing a grotesque pantomime of me searching for a missing sock, And I fled the makeup trailer. I took a nice long walk trying to compose myself. I think it was the comment about losing my sock and then running around telling everyone that hurt the most. It's fucking... oh my God. We're crazy people.
It's so funny.
But people listening are like, I don't even know why that's funny.
No, exactly. I saw him in Cedar Rapids.
Brap.
Yeah. He said brap. Dude.
Everyone that meets you does an impression of you.
What?
You're one of those guys that you make such an impression on people that everyone that meets you does a Norm MacDonald.
I don't care for any of those impressions, by the way. This is what I get. I do a perfect you. I go, all right, let's hear it. Hey, how you doing? Hey, I can do an impression myself.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, hey. That's the
I've never heard you say that. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Hey.
Sounds like you doing an impression of Brewer doing an impression of you.
Hey, yeah.
Life's too short to exercise. I'm just going to be honest. There are so many better things to do than exercise. We have finite time on this earth. The exercise is such a conspiracy. They go, let's say you spend an hour on a treadmill every day.
So you're working out now and stuff, right?
Yeah, how about you?
I worked out a couple times. I liked it when I was young. I didn't have, you didn't have to work out. You were just in good shape.
All
You know
the
what I'm
time,
saying?
yeah.
And I was in my best shape back then. I think I was in my, seriously, when I was like, when I was 1. That's when I
reached your peak when you were 1.
My God, I look great. I mean, you wouldn't know me now. You see me back then. I was young and fresh.
Can imagine. I can imagine.
Even for my age, people would come up to me and go, what, are you 0? But I go to this doctor, and he gives me, they always give me these crazy things. And so he said, I want to, test out your body fat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I'm a really skinny guy.
Yeah.
My whole life I've been skinny. I've been self-conscious about it, Self-conscious.
Right.
And I always had problems with those words. I always thought conscience.
I know.
Was
It's
conscious.
fine. Don't worry about it. This is not an elevator with Shriners, so just relax.
So the guy, I said, I don't need no body fat thing, man. I'm a really skinny guy. So he puts these calipers on me,
Right.
and he tests me out. Comes back, turns out I'm fat as well as skinny.
Seems unlikely, doesn't it?
He explained it to me. I'm skinny, but also fat. I'm bones and then fat around the bones. I have a horrible body. So the guy tells me, you got to get to one of them gyms.
Oh, start working out a little bit. Yeah.
So I go to the gym, and holy Lord, have you ever been to one of these?
No, I don't go.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
You got to they got the weights,
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
The big
weights.
weight machines, sure.
So you got to lift the weight. It's really heavy, and then you got to put it down. Then afterwards, lift it again right away. And it's endless. It's like hundreds of lifting. And then afterwards, you're just sore and you're not big at all. And I don't want to be big. I have no use for being big.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy. I watch some TV. I eat a fish sandwich. I don't got to be big. I don't need abs. What am I going to do with abs? I could show them to my friends. I go, hey, look on my belly. What I got here? Some abs. What are you looking at?
Well, nothing. I'm just, but maybe if you worked out a little bit, perhaps Shriners would leave you alone. That wouldn't be a problem at all.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Prince and Genesis for better anyway. Am I just being too real?
I don't work out. I'm a weak man. You know that, Dennis.
Well, listen, you and I were on the Mount Olympus of weakness.
And not just physically.
Oh, no, in every way.
In every single way. So I told the guy that, and he said he couldn't do anything except for the physical part. But I don't know if he was the best trainer anyway. He was smoking a butt the whole time.
No, that's not good.
That's just a joke. He was a big guy. And but I told him, I said, look, I don't want be big like you. I don't want veins. I have no use for that in my arms, or abs. I don't want abs. I don't even know quite what they are. All I know is they were invented around the 80s. And I don't even know what you do when you get them. You know what I mean? Because you got to wear a shirt. You just go to work and go, hey, you want to see these things on my belly? Everybody's like, no. But so I told the guy, I said, I'm here for one reason and one reason only. I want to have one hot ass.
I'm impressed with clean comics.
Me too. Way more impressed than anyone that's superior as a dirty. It seems like a crush a lot of times.
I like dirty ones too. I like
It's a real meeting of the mind.
I swam not naked, but in underpants with Roseanne in Hawaii. We got shit-faced at the best bar
That's great.
in Honolulu,
Was she
Arnold's
fat then?
Tiki Bar.
She's never been that
Asked for
fat.
Dawn as the bartender at Arnold's Tiki Bar. Me and Roseanne got fucked up. We walked to the beach.
Right.
We just shredded down to our underwear.
Did you make a move?
No,
Yeah, of
but
course
I'm
not.
fucking in love with that woman.
She's a
That-
great. She's
she
cool
is
as hell.
So fucking
I've
funny.
met her before. She's cool as hell.
Yes.
And her and Norm MacDonald were friends because he wrote on her show. And Norm was like, Norm goes, "Hey, what are you going?" And she's like, "Eh." And after 10 minutes, I was listening to them talk. And after like about 10 minutes, it became this noise. Just a solid bar.
I can hear it.
But Roseanne is so funny. She's like naturally funny.
You said you'd rather play Frogger than have sex.
Oh yeah, well you have to know Frogger, you know, it's a game. It's an arcade game where a little frog has to go across the river.
Yeah.
And they have like little logs that he has to, and sometimes the log's a crocodile tries to eat him.
You're like totally into that?
Yeah, I like a lot of things better than sex. I don't care for sex that much.
See, that's the thing with me too, because I'm totally bored. I don't have any. What's the matter?
Yeah. It hasn't like gotten better over the centuries, you know? It's always the same thing. It's very, like I had sex when I was a young man, and then I had it for a while, and then I realized it's kind of always the same thing, you know? There's only a few things you can do. You can go like this and then over, you know what I mean? You go, I'll do this for a while and then...
Do you think that we're being drugged by the government to lose interest in sex?
Oh, no, I just think it's a thing that, like, you know, when people go, hey, you know, that guy's he's good in bed, you know? And to me, like, how hard is it? You know? It's not like if you're good in badminton or something, you know, that's a hard thing, badminton, and Frogger, you know? But sex, you can figure it out in like 10 minutes, you know?
Yeah, and like goats do it and stuff. You know, like goats and pigs and stuff all do it, so
Right.
how special can it be?
Exactly. Show me a goat that can get past the third level of Frogger.
That's right, Nora! That's right!
The writers write it, and then you say it, so then if it's not funny, the audience hates you, you know?
Right, that's exactly why you have to be so mean to writers.
Right. Like
But they go like this.
The audience is going to watch the Roseanne show and go, oh, that dirty Bruce Rasmussen, he's not funny at all. Right?
They don't get that.
Yeah.
The writers don't get that. It's your ass out there. They go like, no, it is funny. I'd be like, I don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I wrote it and I say it's funny. Well, then you go out there and say it. They want they kind of want a robot that'll just say anything.
Yeah. But they're good people, the writers, you know. I have to go back and talk to them after the show.
Yeah, remember when I used to make y'all wear numbers?
Yeah. Yeah, Roseanne made us all wear numbers on our shirts so she wouldn't have to speak to us as human beings. So, you know, she'd say, hey, just number 9. And actually, we have some writers on this show that worked at Roseanne, your show.
Yeah, so.
We have 3 and 8.
Are they any good? I remember those guys. Are they any good now?
Oh, yeah, they're great. They're great.
So.
Yeah.
I know that the guy that used to write the, what do you call it, in Hustler magazine.
What?
He used to write the jokes, the captions under the comics in Hustler
did?
magazine.
Where
yeah.
is
He's the one that created your show.
He is?
He's the most talented. Yeah, he's the most talented of all of them. He also did Drew Carey. He's the most talented number I ever had on that show.
Yeah.
And I wish him the best.
Yeah,
and
he's Bruce Halford. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, he started out at Hustler magazine.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Those things were hysterical. He never told me that. You mean like the really dirty cartoons with the blood and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have those captions. They were funny.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
That one time I had a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Like, and because they told me I should go see a psychiatrist. I didn't want to go see one or anything like that. But so I go to see this dude, the psychiatrist, and I'm talking to the guy, and I couldn't think of any problems or anything that I had. You know, I was just like, the guy I'm working with is kind of a troublemaker, you know, and the boss is always... So I'm just like, I had nothing to say, and the guy's like sitting there, you know. So then I go to the guy twice, right? And then I'm reading the paper. The guy kills himself.
Really?
Yeah, he killed himself. And then I was reading his horrible life, like he was on all these drugs, and he was one of those guys that like to hang themselves there to have sex, and all this weird stuff. Anyway.
Oh my God!
Yeah. And then I just kept thinking, good God, like the last week of his life, he was listening to my boring problems, you know? He's all troubled, and I'm going, anyways, the guy, you know, I don't think he respects me, my boss, you know?
That's kind of, did like that, how deeply did that frighten you? When you read it in the paper that he killed himself.
Yeah, I don't like hearing about guys killing themselves.
That's really scary, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially a psychiatrist, you figure they got it all going on in their head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, when you find out they're crazier than you.
Yeah. I don't like that. Because I don't like those psychiatrists, too. I'm always afraid, like, that, you know, they get you under their spell there.
Yeah,
and then,
they do.
And then you don't have anybody else. You only trust the guy.
Yeah.
And then, of course, first thing he does has sex with you.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah, the first, it's like a cult. It's a horrifying cult, I think.
Same with hypnotists. Like, I always think if a hypnotist is going to hypnotize you,
Yeah.
he should say right before, I promise I will not have sex with you, you know, while you're
Right.
under, because, you know, I don't want to give up smoking, but at the same time. I brought some pizza.
Oh, boy. Oh, I love this pizza.
Yeah, it's pizza.
Dairy pizza. Oh, my God, look it.
It's kosher pizza,
It's so good, too.
because you're Jewish.
That's right. I just want to be able to eat pepperoni that's made out of veal or something. I
no.
love that.
You'll go to hell.
What, if I eat pepperoni with pork?
Yeah, because you're Jewish.
Will that make me go to hell?
Yeah, isn't that the whole idea?
Go to hell?
You know, I'm Christian. I can eat any kind of pizza and not go to hell.
For eating it either.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't go to hell.
Well, they don't specifically mention pizza in the Old Testament, but it's,
But they do mention pepperoni.
yeah. This pizza
But
here.
it doesn't say you'll go to hell. It just says, you never know where,
You might want to avoid this piece. Actually has hooves on it. You want to eat that? And I said, listen, man, because I kept hearing these things about how old people always have sex.
Yeah.
So I said to my grandmother, grandfather, do you still have sex with my grandmother? He was like, good Lord, no. And then he was explaining it to me. He was like, because in his own head, he thinks he's like a young dude.
Yeah.
You know? And so he says, like, when you get old, it's not like all of a sudden your taste change where you go, hey, that wrinkly old lady looks good.
He told you that?
Yeah.
Wow. He said that people still look good when they're in their 20s to like real old guys?
Yeah. Because he said whenever he looked in the mirror, he was always shocked because he thought he was like a doughboy back in the First World War. You know? He thought he was a handsome dude. And even if he did know he was ugly, he still was not attracted to the old bags. J.K. Rowling is a Christian, and J.K. Rowling famously said that if you're familiar with the scriptures, you could easily guess the ending of her book.
Huh?
Here's some Xanax.
Really? How many should I take?
Well, they get you very
One?
sleepy.
I better take only a half.
Oh, right now, just take a half.
Okay.
We'll be back with Roseanne after the Xanax kicks in. Questions from the Twitterverse, which I'm now realizing all suck.
Twitter kind of sucks anymore.
Yeah.
The
Tell them your most famous joke that people say you're too masculine.
Oh, that one. Well, that was my killer joke.
Yeah.
That's my ender, closer. People say, you're not very feminine. I say, suck my dick. That's my closer. Can't you be meaner?
Did
to
they
these
tell you not to
people?
be as mean?
No, they tell you to be meaner.
Well, early though, you told that guy to fuck off and stuff.
Well,
and
he
then-
was a fucking dick, and he needed to be told. He's like, he kept on like getting in my face, like as if, you know.
No respect.
No, but I'm so used to that working around Hollywood people. But this one was like, you're not gonna come on my show and pull that shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. So anyway.
Hey, you want to do some jokes,
the
Roseanne?
baseball.
I have jokes.
Okay.
Well, I think we have to take a.
No, we're not going to take a
before-
break.
Oh, okay.
Fuck the break.
No, we're going to just do jokes.
Sounds good.
And who better than Roseanne?
Well,
I can't think of anyone.
I can't remember. A study has found that men are just as likely as women to spread gossip. At least that's what I heard Rick tell Brad, who, by the way, has a crush on Patty.
Oh, does she? Hey, what about this? Kim and Kanye celebrated their baby Northwest's his name's Northwest, his 1-year birthday by throwing a big party. What's that?
It's a her.
Oh, it's a girl. Yeah, Northwest, of course. I should have known by the name.
North, yeah.
Anyway, she had her 1-year birthday, and they threw a big party with jugglers, a bouncy house, and a Ferris wheel. The bad news is that Northwest is a baby, so it doesn't know what the fuck is going on. Here's one. It's about your friend.
Hey, you're not going to believe this, but Bill Maher is giving away the solution to all our problems for free. He is, isn't he?
Yeah. Remember he had jokes about Ewell Gibbons? You know, he'd always
Oh, yeah.
he'd always
Eating
pick one guy.
cardboard.
Yeah, eating cardboard. And I didn't even know who he was when I was a kid, but I just laughed.
I still don't know. Who's Ewell Gibbons?
He was I think he did Grape Nut Cereals commercial. I love now I have to explain to this fucking guy.
It was about roughage.
Yeah.
And, organic roughage.
Got
kind
it.
of guy.
So I didn't even know Grape Nuts had a. That's I didn't know they had a commercial.
Shut up.
Shut up.
For 1 fucking minute, trying to talk to a legend of comedy, you're talking
I'm
about.
sorry.
Thank you very much for being.
That was fun.
Can I kiss you?
Of course.
Oh,
Oh.
sweet. Oh.
Sweet. I'm glad I had a cert.
Everybody asked me on this show, when are you going to get a woman? I said, I'm not going to get a woman before I get Roseanne. I'll fucking tell you that. I went once to a commercial.
You've been a commercial audition. It's not fake.
Oh, right.
Anchor.
That's it. That's right.
I went once to a commercial, and it was the script said, "Hey, Phil, I see I got a Buick." So that was the line, So all night I'm up like fucking nervous, and I'm reading in the mirror I'm like, "Hi, Phil." I'm trying to fucking say some words louder than other words in the script. I'm like, "Hey, Phil, I see you got a Buick," So then. I go there. First of all, my manager used to lie. He'd go "These guys are big fans of your comedy. They want to meet you."
Right.
They're big fans. And then I'd show up. There's 4,000 people there. I'm like, they're a huge fan. He just lied to me, thinking I wouldn't make it worse when I showed up and they weren't big fans. But anyways, I went in and the guy. So I said, "Hey." He's got one camera on me. I go, "Hey, Phil, I see you got that Buick." And then the guy goes, "Great!" It's great. How could that be great? So I go, "Oh, thanks, man." He goes, "But this time," he goes, "do it again and just go off the script." He goes, "Forget the script. There's a script. There's fucking 4 words." I go, "Okay, I'll ignore the script." He goes, "Yeah, just go crazy and whatever you want to do, and you're just alone."
How crazy can you go?
Yeah. So I said, but I just agreed because I was paralyzed. I'm like, "Yes, okay," because they think you're Mork from Ork, just because you're a comedian.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So then I freaked out. I panicked, and I just said the same words, real nervous, just to get out. I said, "Hey, I see I got a new Buick, Frank." And then the guy's like, "Huh? I guess it was good. Bye." And then my buddy, he was a commie too, and I said, "What'd you do?" And he goes, "I fucked the floor." I go, "Well, you probably did the right thing." Because that's what they were looking for, something like that.
Our next roaster used to be on Saturday Night Live. Now he just watches it. Well, up until last week when a hooker stole his TV. Please welcome the incoherent Norm MacDonald.
Norm MacDonald is here, one of the funniest people ever. Norm's got a giant gambling problem. He's dropped more coin in a casino than Michael J. Fox at a parking meter. It's a fucking roast. Groany, groan, groan.
Norm MacDonald's so stoned he thinks he's at a roast for Bob Seger. I love you, Norm. Wow, you never come out, Norm. You're like the J.D. Salinger of dick jokes. What's the over-under tonight? What's going to happen, Norm?
No, I wanted to read something funny, so I'm reading Marmaduke.
Oh, my God. This is what happens when you book a dais off Craigslist. Bob Saget directed Norm MacDonald's movie Dirty Work. Yeah. A move that transformed Norm MacDonald into a star, Buck's employee.
Did you say something after Star?
Norm MacDonald is here. He does an amazing Burt Reynolds impression. And by that, I mean he's not in movies anymore either.
Normie MacDonald. I've never met you before, but I want you to know I'm carrying mace.
Jim Norton is a pervert. He's a necrophiliac. Last night he fucked Norm MacDonald in his career.
Norm can't stay much longer. He has to get his suit back to his father's coffin.
Norm MacDonald. Norm, too bad this isn't a real roof you could jump over after that set.
Norm MacDonald, God bless you. Watching your set was like watching Henry Fonda pick blueberries.
Why, I don't think there's a person in here that would not love to watch Henry Fonda pick blueberries.
You know who you look like in profile? Brando.
Oh, Marlon Brando?
Yeah.
Towards the end?
I'm not kidding.
Because it's funny with Saturday Night Live, isn't it? The people that either they go on to huge fame or they fizzle into oblivion generally.
Yeah, yeah. And it's...
then there's me.
And then there's you.
No, but...
It won't go away. Come on, baby.
This is the New York Times bestseller list, not the New York News.
Yes, New York Times bestseller list. And by the way, I didn't know...
I call it the New York News rather than New York Daily News.
Well, that's great. Anyway... That's Don Rickles channeling me. God bless Don Rickles. I love him so much. I know it's in my fiber uncontrollably. Well, that's good. Look at you. How's this? How's it doing? Hello, ice cream. Having a good time? Running around?
What are you laughing at? Because I called your friend a fat pig, huh? You think that's funny?
Oh, no, I was just laughing earlier when you were talking to his belly.
Did you get a horse and live in the mountains someplace and don't bother anybody? Got a personality like a dead moth. What's the matter with you? Have you always been like this? How you got this movie, I'll never know.
Man, you're a hot fucking piece of ass.
Look at that. I do all my shopping at the mall. Have you ever been to Forever 41?
Forever 41?
Norm, you're dressing like you're going to help somebody move. You're wearing sweatpants to the biggest show in YouTube history.
This is the biggest show on the internet.
You dress like you're going to paint the set.
He can't help himself.
Norm, thanks for dressing up.
Hey, Sarah, listen, man. Congratulations. That's the 100th time that joke's been done tonight.
You're putting your life on it. You dressed like horseshit tonight.
No, that was Adam Meagan's fault. That was Adam Meagan's fault. I told you to bring a wardrobe.
Some kind of a host coat.
But that was Adam
Meagan's
Meagan's
fault.
fault.
You got a thing with a hood.
But that was Adam Meagan's fault.
But then you're reading these. This is you.
It's true I have a small world. But I now live in a community. And I have my mother who lives in the next building.
Mm-hmm. Are you in a condo?
Yes, I have a condo, and then my mother has a condo.
What time do you go to bed at? No, what time do you wake up in the morning?
It depends on when I go to bed, but I go to bed pretty late.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, because you know what
So you're done cuddling with your mom, and it's lights out about what time?
My mom goes to bed early.
So it's back to the unit.
But
Mom,
remember,
I got to stay up and gamble.
remember, I live in a different place than my mother.
That's not what I hear.
Sleep in a different bed.
That's not the way I heard it. But I may be wrong. Is there gambling? Is there daily gambling going on?
You have me like Norman Bates.
Let's see now your montage. This is very exciting for me because I never got a chance to see it.
I trimmed the fat. I think I got a nice short package here of all the greatest
trimmed the
hits.
fat.
So
Let's
if
take
we
a
could,
look.
let's roll the clip of the first day of the Masters.
Thanks for doing this. Listen, it's not your fault. Whatever. It's funny, I guess. I love it. That fucking thing went viral.
There's a good chance it might.
You see your face?
Oh yeah, it's me with a huge fat fucking face.
Yeah, I didn't want to be the one to say it.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble. My doctor, he said he's not a very nice guy. He said, open your mouth and say oink.
Yeah, you need to get better insurance, Norm.
Insurance? He was calling me a fat pig.
Well, I mean, nobody's going to disagree with him.
Oh, Chasm.
I'm sorry, Norm. I've got an acid tongue.
You do. You're an acid-tongued Arab. So he said, yeah, he said, it's going to be a pretty wild party. You know, I'm not used to wild parties. I said, what is a wild party there? You know, I don't get out much. He says, oh, you know, he's like a little drinking, a little fighting, a little fornicating, you know? Yeah. I said, wow, man, that sounds pretty good. I said, what time should I show up? He goes, anytime, it's just the two of us. Now...
You came over, didn't you? A little fighting, a little fornicating. What's he, an old pirate all of a sudden? Ah.
You notice how I didn't say it's 11?
Hey!
I was working at Art's
The deli coffee shop.
Deli and coffee shop, bussing tables. So Andy comes up to me and he goes, hey man, I got a way to make some money. I said, what is your way? He goes, I'm going to become a male prostitute. So he comes to me the next day and he says, hey, I'm buying breakfast. I says, why is that? He says, I made $450.05 last night. And I said, well, who on earth gave you 5 cents? He said, every one of them.
He says he's mature, and I think it's because he's telling my grandfather's jokes. Stop it! Both of you! Whoa!
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt, but they were doing my mic backstage, and I really just caught the end of that joke. Do you mind repeating it? Is that okay?
Yeah, start that again, would you, Norm?
Something about a Swedish.
Yeah, there was a Swedish German guy named Andy Richter. That was a 40-minute story! It's like somebody... Youthful purpose?
Youthful purpose?
Yes! It's like somebody saying, I gotta show you something. They take on a 4-mile hike to show you a dog turd. Look at it. Okay. Well, there's your reel for CBS.
I have not seen you in so long.
I know, it's been a
And
while.
I love you. Makes me very sad now that you're
I've gained
a
45
man, now,
pounds.
I don't care. A man as brilliant as you are is doing a podcast for 18 people. And Kim Kardashian's mother has a talk show. That your asswipe producer just held up a sign, let's take a break. Where are we going? We're talking to 6 people. You know, we could get on a bus right now, the 3 of us, and yell out the window and reach more people.
Oh, this is.
But
this
look
is
at
your
the camera.
Oh, this is Norm MacDonald's.
Norm's first talk show. It's like a talk
podcast.
show. It's like a talk show that you would deliver to millions of people, so the next day they would respond, except we're reaching about 50. Most of them are prisoners. Some of them are dangerous.
I think we have some questions.
From who?
Well, from people, from the 7 people watching the podcast.
Why do you say there's only 7?
Well, he said 7. I just thought he did.
I didn't say 7. I said 50.
All right. Well, 50.
7 would be bullshit.
We've been down
down this road together. We've been seeing the colors fade.
You know that I introduced you and Kevin Nealon to each other?
Yeah, I do. I know that. I knew a lot of things before you started doing this stupid podcast. Let me tell you something. Why don't you get something that is semi-professional? You're a bunch of asswipes. Right now I'm getting on a bus and I'm going to scream out the window and I'll reach 20 more people than you did tonight. I'm telling you, don't ever call me again. Don't ever try to get a hold of me. I will never do this show again as long as I live.
Last week at a dramatic press conference about the crash of TWA Flight 800, ABC News correspondent Pierre Salinger displayed a document which he believes is proof that the jet was shot down by a U.S. Navy missile. Later, he proudly showed reporters his solid gold Rolex that he bought on the street for just $15. That's one ugly bastard, isn't it? Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. Just a word of advice. A new book claims that Madonna once smeared peanut butter all over John F. Kennedy Jr.'s body and then licked it off. Which just goes to show you, Madonna's a whore. And finally, Weekend Update would like to congratulate Madonna, who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl last Monday. The baby weighed in at 6 pounds, 9 ounces, making it the 4th largest object ever to pass through Madonna's birth canal. This week, in a secret ceremony in Australia, Michael Jackson was married for the 2nd time. Asked what makes his new bride special, the King of Pop said, quote, "She has taught me about the power of imagination, like imagining that a grown woman is a 10-year-old boy." You know he's a homosexual pedophile, right? You understand? Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th, and it's going to be named Michael Jackson Jr. Michael plans to be with the mother during the delivery, in his words, to make up for not being there for the Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th. It's conception. The last word was conception, so...
Michael Jackson. He said, I heard a quote where he said, I don't care if my child is a boy or a girl, as long as it's a boy. He's going to name it. He said he doesn't know what he's going to name it. He said he thinks if it's a girl, he's going to name it Sharon. Really? Yeah. And if it's a boy, he's going to have sex with it.
I came in and he was supposed to be the my guide through SNL, and it turned out that he is a shit stirrer.
I'm not going to guide any lady through comedy. That would take me, first of all, I'd have to figure out how a lady could do comedy. And then I'd have to...
Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentage in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women. Here we see the president and the first bitch. Gosh, Hillary looks pretty in this photo here, doesn't she? Never realized she was such a looker till I see her here in this picture. But you see, the only way Bill Clinton, or Bob Dole can win, really, is if Bill Clinton is rocked with more scandals. You know, there's every day a new scandal comes up, you know. I heard this one today, terrible scandal, apparently. Way back when he was governor of Arkansas, Bill Clinton, apparently, he got really drunk one night, and he had sex with Hillary.
Wow.
That's no good.
That's a shocking, shocking thing.
Yeah.
And how long have you been married?
7 months.
7 months, which is a record.
No, this is the first. I've been married, Larry, but I've never been married.
Married.
This is married.
Married like...
She's my friend, like I love her.
I see. That's what Clinton says about his wife, isn't it?
In Whitewater news, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar.
You know, of course, they say the White House is haunted. Did you know that? And I thought this was kind of sad. I heard last night that President Clinton charged Abraham Lincoln's ghost $10,000 to sleep in his own bed. So that doesn't seem right to me, you know? I mean... But look, the president, you know, has come under a lot of fire for raising money, but you know, he's good at raising money. That's not a bad thing. Every president's done it. It's just that President Clinton is very, very, very good at it. Do you know he has organized in the past year over 100 fundraising dinners and over 200 fundraising midnight snacks? Did you know that? Is he laughing? Is he?
Okay, Norm, you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think of this whole presidential mess?
Well, I hope that the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. Yeah, he's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that. So it'd be good to get the. See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Who are the murderers?
Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out no accusations without.
That's a little too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
Norm,
we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into
this.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Wow. Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up.
Shut up. Look,
Okay.
let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right, now. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk football.
Norm.
The people here asked me to do the show, you know, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine, you remember that? And
Yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know. That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now, with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so goddamn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, well, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is, I'm still not funny. The good news is, the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here. We'll be right back.
I used to really have problems with handsome people, like Friends, it would bother me so much. I watched Friends and then I said, fuck, these are the funniest, super handsome people ever. I'll give that to them, you know what I mean?
Who are you guys?
It's probably harder if you're so fucking handsome.
I think I heard Matthew Perry once in an interview. I think he basically said he invented sarcasm. I think he said that. Norm was on Saturday Night Live. Norm tells the best fucking stories about some of those celebrities that went through there. And Matthew Perry had an assistant and said, he said to Norm, Matt wants to do a sketch that he wants you to be in where he talks like he does on Friends. He calls it Matt speak. And Norm said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, he invented a way of talking, the way he talks on Friends, Matt speak. And he showed him a clip and Norm said, are you talking about sarcasm? Matthew Perry called sarcasm. He renamed it Matt Speak.
Hilarious.
And Norm goes, you're talking about sarcasm?
What about the black-eyed couple, Gil?
They should have just said to him, oh, that was really good.
I think one of the younger writers said, I think Matthew Perry is a genius. And I think that's what it was. And Norm said, is he good at math or something?
Excuse me, is this Sarcasm 101?
No, it's Lamaze class for men named Arthur.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm kidding. It is Sarcasm 101. Be more gullible. Take any seat you want.
Thanks.
Except that one.
Oops.
I'm kidding. Sit down.
It's really hard to tell.
Thank you. Oh, in class, whoever parked in my space, thank you. I enjoyed the walk.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there's nothing like an hour in the rain.
Oh, wait. Oh, I get it. You're saying that because you don't want him to park in your spot.
Very good. You win the trip to Jamaica.
Hey, wait a minute. You didn't say there's a prize.
Wow, could you be any stupider? Okay, last week's assignment was how you would describe the food in England. Jane.
Oh, the food is so good there.
Kevin.
When my dad eats, he sounds like a pig.
No, that couldn't be more wrong. And just so you know, Kevin, I don't like it when you say things.
My dad's from England.
See, I see your mouth moving and I hear all these sounds, but it's just like coming out like, woo, 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 my dad. Okay, quick pop quiz for everybody, okay? You walk into a bar and you see a fat, ugly, disgusting guy in the corner. You turn to your friends and you say what?
Could he be any larger?
Could he be any uglier?
He looks like my dad.
Whoa, Kevin, try again.
He looks a great deal like my dad.
I don't see what's so funny.
There's a shocker.
I nominate Marissa for class president because of her incisive wit.
Hey.
You people just don't know when to stop.
Why don't you cry about it?
I want to take a bath with Marissa. I mean, that is to say, could I want more to can I take a bath with Marissa? Or...
My teaching assistant.
She was faking?
Catch on slower.
Hey! I don't think she's really a student.
Be a bigger moron.
Can I still take a bath with you, or?
Another Norm joke, but he sort of, again, that area pisses him off as much as it does us. He was at an SNL after party. This is, to me, was put perfectly. I'm not going to say the comic's name because, I don't know, permission from Norm. But anyway, Harvey Weinstein was holding court. He was talking about, he had seen that scene of alternative comedy, and he had seen somebody that everybody, was kind of, at that moment, was the king of that. That's all. And, Harvey Weinstein, I've been seen him at work. He's a very obnoxious, he just yells shit out that he thinks is brilliant, like Stephen Wright jokes or something. Right. You can't have everything. Where would you put it? Stuff like that. So he goes, he says this guy's name, and Norm's sitting there. He's on with Lorne and everybody, and and Harvey Weinstein says this person's name and goes, I think Sons is a genius. And then he looks at Norm and goes, Norm, what do you think? And Norm goes, is he good at math or something? And I thought, okay, the ballsy part is now Weinstein looks like an asshole. And people are like Lauren, and from that moment on, one of the most powerful guys in the world hates with a passion Norm MacDonald.
So now we got a guest, which is cool. Jack Duvall. He's David Duvall's brother. Do you know the golfer?
Is that true?
Yeah.
No.
But that would be cool, right?
Yeah.
He almost won the U.S. Open. He's the president of the International Center on Nonviolent Conflict. That's cool. What's that mean?
It means people power.
Yeah?
When people rise up and demand their rights.
What, is that what they did in that movie Gandhi? Which was, by the way, based on a true story, I heard?
In fact, it happened, yeah.
Yeah. But don't a lot of people die doing that?
Well, that's because the British began to shoot Indians.
Yeah, right. Well, won't that happen if your part is nonviolent?
But that's where it gets interesting. If you've got a great strategy and you know how to diffuse repression, there are ways of doing that tactically. Then
it doesn't work. It doesn't work one-on-one, right? Let's say a guy comes at me with a gun. Me being non-violent, that would not work, ever.
No, I mean, I'm not a pacifist. I think everybody has the right to self-defense. If it's the only thing you can do to defend yourself and your family, absolutely.
But you need a lot of people. So this could happen in Iran, right?
You don't necessarily need lots and lots of people, because here's the deal. If I were in a room with maybe 25 or 50 people, and I was threatening them with a gun, and I said, okay, I want you to do the following things, otherwise I'm going to shoot you.
Right.
They'd have a choice. They could say, okay, we'll do those things, we don't want you to shoot us. Or if I were convinced that none of them were going to do the things that I wanted them to do, even if I were threatening them with a gun, then the threat of violence wouldn't have any power, because it's always a transaction.
Right, but what about just the fun of shooting someone? Like, a lot of these people are sadists.
That's another story, yes, absolutely. And that's what these movements do. Like in Iran, they can, if their tactics are strategic, what they can do is to essentially separate that element from within the military and the police forces, which are interested, like the Basiji in Iran, enjoy beating people up, from regular army
people who see themselves as defenders of the public order and the nation's honor and all the rest of that stuff.
Hey, can you tell me about Iran? Because I don't understand anything about it because I don't know anything except what I see on TV.
Well, we had a really interesting and not unique set of circumstances in which the Iranian regime basically stole an election. And
No, but I mean beforehand. Like, remember when the students took over the embassy and all that with the hostages?
That's another story. That was a violent revolt that was actually a stunt that was pulled by an extreme faction of the Islamic Revolution.
So they weren't young students, right? They weren't educated?
No, that was inspired. That was
why are there educated students in Iran? Why would that old guy let that happen?
Well, the old guy, you see, that was already after the Islamic Revolution had succeeded. So the power that sat there was the new leaders of the Islamic Revolution.
Right.
And so that was designed, in fact, to help. It was for internal domestic politics to enable more power to accrue to the extreme part of the regime. And essentially, that's the same thing that we saw earlier this month in Tehran.
But did they have satellites during that Khomeini guy?
No, they didn't, but Khomeini used the technology of the day to get in power, which was audio tapes. They mass-produced audio tapes of his speeches. He was a very charismatic speaker, and hundreds of thousands of those were infiltrated throughout Iran, and many believe that he was the liberator from the Shah.
But what I'm asking is, like, those guys, those ayatollahs, because they're so serious about what they believe and stuff, why would they allow any Western communication to enter the country? Why wouldn't they just be a closed
it's the way you do business these days. They don't have a choice. If they don't allow digital media in, they can't function in the real world. They can't make a profit as a regime. So it is a trade-off for them. And those who felt that this election had been stolen and poured into the streets used that same digital media, which was then cranked down by the regime in order to help snuff out the protests. And that phase was successful. But they have to go back to allowing full use because otherwise, as I said, they can't function in the world economy.
The new guy, Khamenei, which sounds suspiciously like Khomeini to me. Plus, he has a long white beard that looks exactly alike. But wasn't the first guy like real famous, and then this guy was kind of hid in the background and pretended that other guy was powerful?
Yes, Norm, exactly. In fact, this guy was a controversial pick 20 years ago to be the supreme leader because he wasn't a famous cleric. He wasn't regarded as spiritually advanced, and it was kind of a political power play that put him into the seat.
Huh. What do those guys have? What are those guys' powers? Those clerics, those mullahs? Can they talk to God and stuff?
They certainly think they do, and but it's a.
Hey, I'm not going to argue with them.
No, not on that. That's for sure. We can argue with them about the way they're governing their country, depriving people of their rights.
But their beliefs, I strongly agree with.
Pardon me?
Their beliefs, I strongly agree with. I just want them all to know that. Something there's no point being controversial about. I found that.
Yeah. Well, it's. I mean, anything that is supremely serious, as the supreme leader and his machinations are, we have to find some basis to laugh a little bit about it. And
but when that guy stood in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square, was he an important person, or was he
symbolically, but not strategically?
He did something, though. Something changed within China since he did that.
I mean, I don't think so at the time, but I think that what that taught that regime to invent better ways of keeping control, keeping the lid on. And it also taught the regime that there needed to be a loosening in some direction for the new generations. And so the economic loosening and the turn to free market policies did help to accommodate the rising energies of the next generation.
But the Chinese made a strong point that one guy standing there, man, that ain't nothing if you got a tank. But we got to go, and then we'll talk to you in a little bit, right, Christian?
Jack, if you have the time, we'd like to hold you through the break, is what Norm is saying. Okay, thanks.
I have no idea. You notice I can't add in one thing?
Why?
All I'm doing is sitting here thinking, what would Dennis ask? What would Dennis's point be? What would his view be? What would his position be?
Oh, yeah. I forgot to do that. Right now?
Yeah, see, they couldn't hear what I was saying. I was trying to be off the air. So that's Norm MacDonald, and this is the Dennis Miller Show.
Give us a call at 866-99-DENNIS. That's 866-99-DENNIS. We're joined now by Jack Duval, who is president of the International Scene Center on Nonviolent Conflict. Welcome to the show. Hey, so he's back. So nonviolence, so tell us about that, because that's a pretty fascinating thing.
Well, you know, when it's used by people that get into the streets, as in Iran, it works if three things happen. If people mobilize in large numbers in ways that really impress the rest of the country as representing everyone's grievances. In other words, if there's a unity to take this action. Secondly, if they put real pressure on the institutions of the state and drive up the cost of repression. And finally,
what is the cost of repression now?
The cost. Well, I mean, it's the cost of.
You can't put a number on it.
Consider this: if you have 1 million people in the streets for 20 days, which is effectively what the Ukrainians did in the so-called Orange Revolution 5 years ago, if you do that, then everybody's working overtime. The cost of doing that to the state goes up. All these authoritarian regimes are incompetently managed. That pressure is extreme, and then people within the security forces begin to say, hey, wait a minute, this is not what I signed up for. Is this sustainable? Who's going to win this thing? And then they begin to think, maybe I shouldn't, if I'm beating somebody up, maybe that means that they'll know that I did that when the new group takes power. And you see that over and over again.
If the new group that takes power, so the nonviolent conflict is a political...
It's about power, yes.
One person's idea, so... that person would be whoever. Ayatollah Khomeini would have been that person.
Well, that person is going to be somebody who the people perceive as representing their grievances, because that's the only way you can mobilize them.
In Iran, it wouldn't be this other character, would it?
Well, the thing about Mousavi was that he was a safe choice because he was within the. He said he would abide by the Islamic State.
Yeah.
He was a moderate. He was reformist. So a lot of people who wanted sort of a soft change could identify with him. But
is there anybody in Iran now, it's like Yeltsin, just a crazy drunk that'll get up and say anything and the people will get behind him?
Ahmadinejad is a dogmatist, you know? He's and he's not a classic authority. This is a clique. There's been a coup, and the extreme form of the Shiite Islamists in Iran have essentially taken complete control of the state. That's the fundamental political reality of what's occurred.
Yeah.
And that is scary.
But is it scary if you do nonviolent confrontation, then what if a guy beheads you? Do you at some point, struggle back?
Hey, sometimes that can work for you, because the more outrageous the repression, the more angry people become, and then there's a fire next time.
Right. So you got to be able to put your life on. It's almost like suicide bombings, except it's actual suicide, not homicide.
In a sense, certainly political suicide. If a regime is too violent, then it really ends up, busting its bank. Because
remember that old dude in the newspaper that set himself on fire?
You mean back in the Vietnam War days?
Yeah.
I certainly do.
Would that guy be the king of all nonviolent protesters, that he had reached this point where he could...
No, because not everybody will do that, and generally the most effective nonviolent action is one that inspires imitation, and
people.
The other people want to do the same thing.
Did you say immolation?
Imitation.
Oh, imitation. I thought you said immolation was hard to... But Todd has a question.
Well, now I'm wondering if it's a stupid question.
It is a stupid question. It's yours.
Well, you said off the air it was okay, and so did the producer. What about the 9/11 situation, like when they were up in the air? There's nothing nonviolent you can do there to stop that, right?
That's right. Another situation of what I would call...
because there's not mass people. One of the three things you need.
Well, there's 300.
That's not mass, right?
Versus
Jack, am I right?
You could, in a technical sense, I mean, the power of the people in the airplane could overwhelm a small-armed...
And by the way, just let me interject real quickly. I'm not implying that they should have done anything.
Right.
I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, so asking that question.
I'm saying it's a shame that David Duval only lost by one stroke.
And I think Jack's still feeling it.
Actually, usually everybody asks me, well, do you know Robert Duvall?
Oh, Robert Duvall, yeah.
He's the guy. Actually, he had a brother whose name was Jack, too, and that guy I did know.
Oh, really? So you knew Robert Duvall's brother, Jack Duvall, because you go to a convention of guys named Jack Duvall?
I actually once Googled myself and for
Watch your mouth.
And I found out there were 44 Jack Duvalls in the United States. So
Yeah, it's humbling.
Yeah, definitely. You know?
Yeah.
How many Norm MacDonald?
Well, you know when you YouTube and you go like, hey, man, I'll listen to a James Brown song, and instead it's a guy in his basement doing James Brown?
Right.
You're like, well, I didn't want this. Why is that number one?
Although those music videos are great, sometimes there's an unknown, and it's amazing what they're capable of.
Hey, Robert Duvall is an unknown in our next guest, Billy Joe Shaver's video. You know Billy Joe?
I remember Billy Joe.
Yeah, well, he does.
What's the matter with the clothes I'm wearing?
What?
Billy Joel, sure.
No, that's Billy Joel. Billy Joe Shaver.
Acting stupid.
So anyways, he was up for Gospel Album of the Year, and he has Robert Duvall as a walk-on. But Jack, thanks, man. You taught me a lot about Iran, and I bet a lot of dumb people in the audience that are as dumb as I am learned a lot of stuff too.
You can't be afraid to ask, because other people are thinking the same thing.
It was a pleasure. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jack. You're a smart guy. Hey, listen, is Jack still there?
Well, you cut him off.
I had one question for him.
What? I'll answer it.
I was going to say, what does a guy like
We're wrapping it up.
We're wrapping it up. We'll be back on the Dennis Miller Show. It's funny that the expression came about, it's a true story, because it's always a not.
Right.
It's not a true story.
Yeah, right. It is,
like nobody ever goes, hey, I got a hooker last night and I paid money in exchange for sex. True story.
Yeah.
This one says, remember the old days when tweeting meant stabbing a hooker?
Bob liked that one.
I am not a big fan of video games where you cannot kill a prostitute. I like the ones where...
Oh, like Grand Theft Auto.
Yes.
That was the hook for that game. That's really what people got excited about.
Yeah, throw the girl over the...
Inevitably, somebody would always say, the great thing is you can drive down this alley and you can kill a prostitute.
That was the thing people talked about most of that game.
That's why that game took off.
I agree.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Hey, how about this one? They say pimping ain't easy, Andy. But what they won't tell you is much, much more difficult being a prostitute. Pimping is pretty easy. I don't know if you ever pimped, but...
When you get older, you start to get a little short-term. But I remember things from 10 years ago like that.
Yeah. He can remember, like, when he was a kid, but he can't remember murdering that prostitute last night.
You can go to jail for that. It's a whole new law.
I've been told.
How old was she?
I don't remember.
No.
If you don't remember, you're not going to convict you.
Yeah, I'm past that lie detector.
If you were a Russian prostitute on a date with serial killer Andrei Chikatilo, a.k.a. the Rostov Ripper, and he couldn't achieve an erection, that was not your lucky day.
No. Las Vegas is now home to a 550-foot-tall Ferris wheel. Also drawing thousands to Las Vegas, whores. That's you. That's your voice all the way right there. It's the Norm MacDonald lean-in whores.
No. Now listen to this. This would be a good joke for you, I feel, Fred.
Okay.
Just to the
Here's
camera.
what I've learned. You beat up and toss one 19-year-old Hispanic hooker out of a moving car, and they never let you forget it. Isn't that true? That is funny.
That's both funny and true.
Okay. Hey, let me ask you this. Did you ever toss a prostitute off a bridge?
What's the first one?
Just saying, I heard that was a sign of being a serial killer.
Okay. Guru,
the worst guy I've ever met. And I mean that in a nice way.
There's the Dick Morris is getting a new show. Did you hear about that?
Dick Morris, the presidential advisor in the scandal, yeah.
Right. Didn't you hear that now he's getting a show? He's there like, can you believe the guy actually getting a show on the TV?
That's amazing.
Yeah. And it's a morning show. It's called Good Morning Whores.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
I'd watch that in a second.
He was a garbage man. He won the lottery. He won the New York State lottery. He won like $8 million, and he said he's not going to quit his job. And you've always heard that, right?
Right. I'm going to keep my job.
I'm going to keep my job. And there's only one occupation where the person does not keep his job when he
wins the lottery.
You know what that occupation is?
No.
Crack whore. Like, I went to Vegas a couple weeks ago, and a funny thing happened. Hey, Andy.
Hi.
And a funny thing happened there in Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. I go there, you know, to gamble. I meet a couple of midgets, you know?
Couple of midgets?
Yeah.
Little people, I call them.
Well, I don't think of people as little people.
Yeah, your word's better.
Yeah.
Go ahead anyway. You meet a couple of midgets.
I know a lot of people in show business talk about the little people.
Right.
But I think everybody's the same. The midgets, the regular people.
Okay.
You know? We're all human beings.
We're all human beings. That's good. You're not. That's good. You have a good attitude.
Some of us are, you know, short and have weird big heads. So, anyway, these guys.
That neck went out there for a second, but it's better now.
These two midgets, man, they were the funniest dudes. And one of them was telling me that him and his buddy decided to get a couple of prostitutes, you know, because midgets, they can't have sex very much with the women, you know. And, so they say, we'll get a couple of prostitutes.
I didn't know that, but okay. Yeah.
So they say, let's get a couple of prostitutes, right? So the other midget goes, hey, man, that's great. So,
what are they, Cheech and Chong? Like you're two midgets like, hey, dude. Yeah, man, that sounds heavy.
Well, you know.
All right.
So the midgets, the one midget, they get their two prostitutes, you know, and they take them up to their room, you know, in the hotel. And so the one midget, he gets in the room with the girl. And
they're in separate rooms here?
Yeah, separate rooms, but they're adjoining.
Right.
So the one midget, he gets the prostitute, and he wants to have sex with her, but he'd been drinking a lot, so he had trouble, like, performing, you know.
Yes, I know.
Right. Nobody knows better than you about that. The one midget, he gets in with his girl, but he's too drunk to perform, and he feels real bad, right? So then, this is what the guy's telling me, the midget. He goes down, then afterwards, he says, okay, get out, you dirty whore, you know? He blames her, you know?
Right, blames her,
yeah.
Okay.
So she leaves, and then he's feeling all bad, so he listens with a glass to the next room where his buddy is with his prostitute.
Right.
And he hears, like, in the next room, he hears, 1, 2, ah! 1, 2, ah! 1, 2, ah! 1, 2, ah!
Right.
1, 2, ah!
Right. Stop doing it.
Yeah. So he goes, oh, that dirty midget's having some fun sex over there, you know? So,
he calls him a midget too?
Yeah.
But he's a midget. All right, but anyway.
So he feels bad, you know?
Right.
And the next day, man, he meets his buddy midget at the coffee shop. He goes, and the guy goes, hey, man, how'd it go last night? And the one guy goes, oh, man, it was horrible, you know? I was too drunk. I couldn't perform with my prostitute. He goes, but it sounds like you had a good time. And then the other guy, midget, goes, what, are you kidding? I couldn't even get up into the bed.
You know, it's really lucky that you ran into those guys, because it's such a good story.
I know. Look at Happy Ending. They did very good at Baccarat, and
they were happy.
But I just have one question. What is this fascination that guys have with prostitutes? That's all I want to know.
Gee, let's think about that.
I'll tell you what the fascination is.
Go, Norm, go.
Instead of going out and spending money on a keychain and a G-string, you spend money on sex.
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot that.
But Vegas was cool. They have a motto in Vegas. They got their own slogan for the city. It says, "What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas," which is not true. You know, you can't kill a guy and then just leave, you know? They'll follow you. They'll find you. They'll bring you back and they'll try you in front of a jury of your peers. So I thought, well, what does it mean anyways? You know, and I ruminated about it. Days and days and nights. Sleepless weeks became sleepless more weeks. And finally, it occurred to me. It was so simple. It was right in front of my face the entire time. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. All it really means is you can go to Vegas, you can have sex with a prostitute, and she will not tell your wife. They're very discreet, the Las Vegas prostitutes. Yeah? Not like these gossipy small town whores back where you live. You know? These fucking blabbermouths. Down at the beauty parlor with that pale blue thing over their head, whatever the fuck that is. Going, "You're Marge Majerison, John Neal's wife?" Well, by God. I took a shit on him last night. In exchange for cash. Nice fella.
Farrah, the first time I ever saw you, I thought, oh my God, that is one of the whoriest looking whores I have ever seen in my life. And I have seen a lot of whores because I'm a rock star. And, you know, I've seen ladies like in the front row look at me with a super hoary look on their face. And you look hoarier than all of them. And that really means something.
Okay, settle down, prostitutes. Now, understand that you each get $20, and this requires no sex. No sex at all, regardless of what this character tells you. Well, you got a dead hooker in the trunk.
What? No, it can't be.
Yes, it was. It was a dead hooker.
It wasn't a dead hooker!
Hell, I know a dead hooker when I see one. Oh, my goodness!
What are you doing?
I've never seen so many dead hookers in all my life.
Lord knows I have.
You know, when I was asked to host the Canadian Screen Awards, I called my good friend Chris Rock, and I said to him, "I've got some great news, Chris. I'm going to Canada." And he said, "I've got some great news, too. I'm hosting the Oscars. What are you doing in Canada?" And I said, "You know, visiting some family, friends." The usual.
Chris is very presentational, you know, and Chris talks about racial things, and
One person does something, they get canceled. Somebody else does the exact same thing, nothing. You know what I'm talking about. You know, like the kind of people that play Michael Jackson songs, but won't play R. Kelly. Same crime. One of them just got better songs.
See, there was a number of artists and people who, so for instance, Gary Glitter was caught doing inappropriate things, and his music career, you know, correctly, rightly sort of ended almost overnight.
Maybe. If it had been T-Rex who had committed those crimes, I still think.
No, because I have a theory. It's to do with the quality of the music.
Yeah.
See, with
Michael
Jacko,
Jackson.
we didn't wipe Jacko out from history because we didn't want to go to weddings and not have Billie Jean.
Exactly.
So it's sort of, if the music was better in the case of Glitter, I think we'd have all. I mean, it felt like the entire world sort of turned their back on the Jacko accusations, right, and just said, well, anything. He didn't start doing this pre-dangerous. So we can listen to everything.
Know the end is day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I may act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all
Right, Robert Kardashian helped to free O.J. Simpson, a black football playing murderer. Woo! O.J. Simpson killed 2 white people and got away with it. That's another kind of black excellence.
During a recent interview on 2020, longtime O.J. Simpson friend Robert Kardashian said he now believes Simpson may be guilty. Though he did add that had he believed O.J. was guilty at the time, he never would have agreed to hide his bloody clothes and knife. At his civil trial in Los Angeles this week, O.J. Simpson attorneys began their case with an attack on Nicole Brown Simpson's character. Outraged Brown family lawyers responded, quote, "Nicole is a victim. No matter what she did, she certainly did not cut her own throat." To which Simpson's attorneys replied, "On the contrary, that is precisely what we intend to prove." A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. Remember in the gay marriage debate, right? And the Republicans, they would have their debate, and the guy would go, "Well, what's next? If there's gay marriage, then there's next thing you know, there's going to be a guy marrying 6 women. You know what I mean? Like a polygamy." And then and then people would go, "Well, that's not the gay people would go, that's not." But what the fuck's wrong with polygamy? Maybe that statement will not look good in history.
All right, so you're back. You got to do Wise Guys last time you were in Utah, last time you were on the show. And Utahns were like, "Whoop, Norm."
Yeah, they went crazy, man. I found myself a beautiful, 3 beautiful wives when I was here.
Good. I'm glad we could do that for you.
Do you do a lot of Utah humor?
No, I
do you
just
add
read,
that into your show?
No, I just was reading in the paper today. It said, "Polygamist charged with sex crime." And when I was young, it would be a man charged with polygamy. You know what I mean? So we've come a long way.
Utah's a changing.
You think if you were a polygamist, you wouldn't have time for any other stuff.
Yeah, you'd be a busy guy.
You are busy.
Well, I think when it's 2 consenting adults, I try not to judge.
Or 6.
Or 6 or 12 or whatever it is.
So
as long as there's
polygamy is
obviously.
okay?
Well, I would guess, and I'm pulling this out of my ass, that people that are into polygamy are tired of people thinking that is part of molesting children. I'm going to imagine there's people that are into polygamy that know how egregious that is. They don't want to be associated with it. And I would imagine that's upsetting for them.
Wait,
when people
are you
lump
saying polygamy is...
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Know the end this day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all I need.
With your show at Wise Guys tonight, do you focus mostly on impressions, or is it you feed off the audience? What can people expect
I
when they
just
come to the
talk
show
to
tonight?
I just talk to the audience and whatever's going on in the. I'll probably go home and watch the TV and see what news is going on. I'll probably listen to you guys, find out what news is going on, so I can talk about it tonight and figure it out.
Do you ever get stumped standing up there, like you don't know what direction to go next?
Oh yeah, I blank out all the time. Like I talk for a while, you know, and everything's going well, and then all of a sudden nothing is in my head except for a big jelly roll, like when I dream of jelly rolls. You guys like jelly rolls?
They're good, yeah. Yeah, but don't dream about them.
Yeah, I know. I went to a psychiatrist once. I think he thought I was a moron, but he goes, "Can you describe your dreams for me?" I'm like, "I dream about jelly rolls." He goes, "What else?" I go, "That's it." And he was like, "What?" He made like a weird face that a psychiatrist is not supposed to make.
So did you eat jelly rolls as a kid, or that's like your favorite treat now?
No, it's like, it brings me great peace. Like right now, if I close my eyes, jelly rolls will start floating in front of the back of my eyelids.
Okay, close your eyes. Think
All right.
jelly rolls while we talk about where you are tonight, Friday. It is Wise Guys Comedy in West Valley. So you're close by. How are the jelly rolls going? They floating?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
What flavor is it? Strawberry?
No.
Raspberry?
Oh, there's always raspberry jelly rolls.
Raspberry. Friday, November 6th, 8 and 10. And you're not here tomorrow night, right? Just tonight? So
No,
you
I'm
need
just
me
going to be
catch
here
you?
tonight.
Catch you while you're here.
Pardon me?
So get tickets and get there tonight.
Or not. Whatever you like.
Oh. I'm trying to help you out, Norm. I'm selling it for you.
No, but I don't want people to, you know, listen, I don't want people to show up at my show if their great aunt has walking pneumonia.
That's probably
she'll
good
survive.
advice.
It's okay.
Nah, stay with your great aunt. Give her the love, you know. I'll
Well,
be
with swine
fine.
flu going around, you may not have an audience if you keep up that. So, all right.
I'll be fine.
All right, so check out Norm tonight at Wise Guys in West Valley.
Thanks, Norm. All
Thank
right.
you, guys.
Up next, we are talking how to get your lawn looking green in the spring with Joy. We'll be right back.
Now, were you going to tell the Willie Nelson joke? How did we get to that?
Well, you said, we were talking about jokes, and you said, and Daniel Collison, our producer, said a joke about well, what, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
The Willie Nelson joke.
Yes.
Which many people know. I told it to a very smart guy, because I was just discussing with you why smart guys, super smart guys, generally don't have a great sense of humor, and it's hard to understand why they don't. But this might be why. I told the Willie Nelson joke to a very, very smart guy, one of the smartest guys in the world. And he just looked at me. And so this is what happened. So I'll tell the joke. So the joke, as you know, a guy said, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'll be the smart guy.
Okay.
You tell me the joke.
You tell the joke.
No, I'll be the smart guy because I'll explain why I didn't.
Oh, I didn't get the joke.
Yeah.
What words do you not want to hear after you just finished blowing Willie Nelson?
Oh, I don't know what.
I'm not Willie Nelson. That's the reaction the guy gave you?
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, yeah, because the only reason you would, well, one of the reasons I guess you might blow Willie Nelson is because you're hoping to get a backstage pass or curry favor from him, but then you mistakenly didn't blow the guy you wanted.
No. It doesn't make any sense because you begin the joke saying, what do you not want to hear while getting blown by Willie Nelson?
No, it's not why you're getting
What's the first sentence?
The way it was told to me.
First sentence of the joke.
Yes. What words do you not want to hear after you finish blowing Willie Nelson?
Yes, but you were never blowing Willie Nelson.
That's what this guy would say.
Yeah. That's the illogic that he had problems with.
But
you
the
were
thing
never
is-
blowing Willie Nelson, so you lied in the first part of your thing.
You're right.
So you couldn't
He's
possibly
right.
hear that from him because it would be Willie Nelson speaking.
But I know, but it wouldn't be Willie Nelson, it'd be the guy that said he was Willie Nelson.
You would have to say when you thought you were getting
Yes.
blown by Willie Nelson. So anyways, that's some guys are
I think
so
we
smart. This
I know it's time to close my eyes to old ends, open up to new friends, leave my heart in Berlin, where the tables turning, seeking.
Well, singer Willie Nelson, who was arrested recently in Texas for marijuana possession, saw the charges against him dropped this week. A judge ruled the arrest had been illegal because police didn't have probable cause to search his car for pot. How about the fact he's Willie Nelson?
Is this a really good question, Norm? Here's a familiar face for you,
it's a
Blake.
question from Blake's good friend Norm. No, Blake, it's fun watching you this year. Wasn't it cool?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I was wondering, like, there's a kind of a curse with Rookie of the Year. Nobody's ever repeated it.
I didn't think about that. Well, I'll try as hard as I can next year, but
All right, man.
I don't know. Thank you for that question, though. That's going on top of the goals for next year.
Dennis Rodman was a guest.
Dennis Rodman, right?
And so we thought it'd be funny if he headbutted me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he headbutted me, but he did it really hard, you know?
Do we have I think actually someone supplied the clip. This is you're not kidding around. I think this is a real clip of what happened. Let's show that, Liz.
If you plan to be here next fall doing book reviews, I expect to see a major attitude adjustment. You know, and while you're at it, a more conventional hairstyle and some clothes, for God's sakes. You're going to have to learn that there is such a thing as rules, Dennis Rodman. Rules. Do you understand that?
Sure. I understand.
Well, good.
That's the way it is. Good night and have a good weekend.
Wait a minute. It did look like he. You hear that dull thud of like skull on skull.
Yeah,
It really.
Yeah, and I don't have like a strong head. I haven't been working it out lately.
Really?
But he has like an athlete's head, you know? But no, beforehand he said, like I said, hey, don't hit me with your head, or no, you know, don't really hit me. And he goes, no, Ollie. He goes, he had this thing where he was going to put his thumbs, and as soon as he touched my thumbs, I go back, and then he got all excited and headbutted me. So like,
so did you feel him like pull the thumbs back, and then real head was coming at you?
And so I like blacked out for like a minute, and then the next day I had this huge headache, so I thought I was going to die, you know. And so I went to the hospital. I went to I don't want to say the hospital, but I went to this hospital and to emergency, you know, and they're all like, they're the craziest guys in emergency, all like crack. Everybody's on crack, you know? Every emergency is a guy on crack.
Yeah.
So I went in and they go like, hey, how much crack do you have, you know? And I go, I'm not on crack. And they go, what happened? I go, Dennis Rodman headbutted me. On the TV. He headbutted me on the TV. So they go, yeah. Right.
How much crack,
Yeah.
So what happened? Anything wrong?
Yeah, I don't know, man. They said, like, you can't tell. They said, like, the only way you can tell is if later on, if you go to sleep and you don't wake up. Yeah.
That's why you didn't mention the name of the hospital.
Yeah, I don't want to mention it. I didn't know this, too. If you go to emergency, you got to pay. They keep sending me bills, like all kinds of bills.
You thought it was free, that you could just go there and...
Yeah. I'm from Canada. It's all free there.
Oh, okay.
Good. Now, you were going to bring your son, your boy.
Oh, my son was so excited to come. You know, he knows nothing about entertainment or show business because, you know.
Yeah.
And,
I guess.
But he loves sports, you know. He's a basketball fanatic. He loves it. A beautiful little 10-year-old boy I have. And he was very excited because Charles Barkley.
Charles was supposed to be here.
Yeah. And apparently he was afraid to fly in with the fire.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I had to phone him at his school today, and he had all his Charles Barkley cards, you know, and everything. He collects them, and he was so excited. And I said, oh, Charles not going to be here, you know, and he was sad. And then...
well, we tried to get Karl Malone.
I know. And then you guys phoned. You said, hey, Karl Malone's going to be here. So then I phoned him back at school. I said, hey, Dill, guess what? Karl Malone's going to be here. And he was really excited, you know, because he has all his cards too, and he loves Karl Malone. Yeah. So he was real excited. And then Karl Malone's not coming.
No.
So then they phoned me. They go, it's going to be Jillian Barbary. Yeah. So I phoned my boy, and I got, you know, he's in school. I said, hey, Charles Barkley's not going to be here, and Karl Malone's not going to be here, but Jillian Barbary is going to be here. And then he said, is she a point guard for the Warriors or something? And I said, no, she's a little lady.
Yeah. You know, when he gets older, I think he'll appreciate her more.
Yeah.
As you get older.
Hey, Alexei. So you're the guy that made Tyra look like a fat lady, right?
Sure am.
Excellent. Okay, well, make me look like that guy.
You got it.
Yeah. You work the face, I'll work the body. Oh. That's not Blake Griffin-y enough. Come on, man. More Blake Griffin-y. Now I'm going to find out what it's like to be Blake Griffin. First, I'm going to fool his teammates. Stupid dork. I'm Blake Griffin, and you are?
Your good friend and teammate, DeAndre Jordan.
Oh, my good friend DeAndre Jordan, of course. So what time's rehearsal?
You mean practice, right?
Yeah, practice.
What's up with your voice?
What's up with your voice? I'm open. Ow! Not so hard, man.
All right.
Hit me. Sky hook.
Are you all right? Blake, we haven't started.
I gotta quit smoking.
Smoking? What's up with you today, man?
Still got my defense.
Blake, that's a foul. You can't slap me.
Says who? I got an idea. This always works.
Just jump up there and get it.
No. Yeah. Whew. Oh! Jeez! I don't know what's going on here. My heart is beating so fast.
Are you all right?
I think I pulled part of my leg that's underneath the top part. Sweet Cordy Howe. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Sorry I'm late. Somebody burned my house down.
Oh no. I gotta start working out. Stupid door. Oh, I just got this memo from the network. It says they're happy with the show's format, but they just have one note. It looks like from now on they want us to be a Western? Up yonder in the Pawnee Ridge, it's the Youngers gang.
I don't take kindly to ambushes. No cat sidewinders. Yellow-bellied varmints.
That was a smart chunk of shooting there, Tiny.
I'm just happy we got Miss Juanita's money back.
Hell, what kind of wicked critter would steal a life savings off a dance hall girl?
Marshal, behind you! Ah! Dang!
Hell's bells, I've been bit in the posterior.
What do we do now?
Well, you go see Princess Big Medicine at the Indian Village. Hell, she knows all the cures better than any doctor.
Princess, ma'am, the marshal has been bit by some serpent.
You must suck out the poison with your mouth. This is the only way. Now go. Go with the wind.
Tiny, you're back. What did Princess Big Valley say?
Oh, man, she said,
Well, what did she say?
She said you're gonna die.
Well, at least I got my boots on. That's the most a cowboy can ask for.
What in tarnation?
Hey, the network says they have a memo for you.
Says here, we didn't say Western. We said we wanted more about the Western Conference Finals. What a damn fool misunderstanding.
Okay, that's it?
It's a wrap.
Taz, we out of here.
All right.
See you later.
I guess I'll have to get me some of them fancy reading glasses.
Any last request before we shoot both you?
Well, I'd sure like to hear some country music. Twangier the better.
Okay, we can do that. How about you?
Yeah, shoot me first.
Well, what else is going on? Did you went back? Did you get in the holiday spirit? Are you a kind of guy that gets, you know,
I try to do something nice, you know? You ever try to do something nice?
No.
Oh.
It's not my style, Norm.
But it was Christmas in New York, you know, and I was alone. So anyways, there was a diner that I always go to near my house. It's a really nice diner. And so I went there, and there was this homeless bum there, you know?
Just say a homeless guy. It's not politically correct to say bum. Why can't you say homeless bum?
No, I thought they didn't like to be called bums.
Yeah, right. A homeless guy, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, so, okay.
I'm not going to let you get to this story. I'm just going to keep giving you a hard time about bums. You meet a bum, a hobo, a tramp.
A tramp, yeah. He had a little stick with a thing on it.
He was from the 1930s. Yeah, okay.
And so he says to me, can I get some money off you? And I don't like giving the homeless bums money. I'll tell you why. Because I figure they'll do the crack. Right?
They'll do the crack.
Yeah,
okay.
my mom says never give a homeless bums money because they'll go do the crack. So I said, okay. I don't want to give this guy money. He'll go do the crack. I said, why don't I just bring you in the diner, you know, and I'll get you a meal. I'll buy you a meal. It's Christmas, you know, it'll be nice. So the guy goes, okay. So we go in the diner and we order, you know, the meal. And this guy just keeps ordering food, you know, like he's really hungry.
Yeah.
And so he orders and orders and orders, and I'm like, well, you know, you got to be nice, got to the, you know, thing.
Sure.
And so I order like a soup or something, and then all of a sudden, like, this unbearable stench comes off the guy, huge stench.
Really?
It smelled like.
That's okay.
Anyway, so I don't know what the smell was. But
Yeah.
It was like it was like human waste or something, you know. And it seemed to be coming from the guy's, like, trousers.
Norm, so I said that's okay.
Okay.
I was like, the stench is enough. We all can do the rest in our heads.
Yeah, so this stench fills the diner, right? So I have to go to this diner, right? So everybody's looking at me like, what the hell did you bring a homeless bum in the diner for? With a stench, you know? So I'm like, I'm trying to eat my soup. I can't even eat it. And I'm wishing I'd bought this guy crack. I wish I'd got, you know what I mean? I wish I'd gone found some crack and bought it for the guy. So, anyways, and everybody hates me. The guy that, you know, I go there every day. And so then the end of the meal comes. This guy's ordered everything, and I'm looking at my wallet. I only have like $28. It was like $31. All I had was a soup. And so now basically we're two homeless bums, you know? Neither of us. So I go, look, buddy, and he's been jabbering about Rockefeller. He was at Rockefeller's funeral. I didn't know what he was talking about. And I go, look, buddy, you got to come up with something here, you know? Kick in something.
You want him to? Yeah, that's only fair.
He ate almost everything. I had a soup. He was having a hamburger. So the guy goes in his pocket, and then I didn't want him to. Who God knows what he has in his pocket, right? But he had some coins, and they were all gross, and they were like, some of them were black. Anyway, that's my Christmas story.
Man, wow! What a yarn You're a regular Garrison Keeler over here.
And some of the coins were black.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. And you close the book and kiss your child good night. That's a nice story.
We've been down this road together. We've been seeing the colors fade.
I took a homeless guy, said, I'm going to take you to this diner that I always go to. So I go there with him, you know, into this diner, sit down to get me a meal. Good God, if the guy, the unbearable stench of urine starts coming off this guy. So nobody wants that in a restaurant. You know?
You don't want that.
So I'm like, all right. Everybody's like trying to eat, you know. So the guy orders his food, and I'm trying to talk to him. He starts telling me about how, this is his idea of a conversation, this guy. Starts telling me about how Governor Rockefeller is poisoning the pigeons right in the city. So I tell this guy, I go, what are you, retarded? I said, Governor Rockefeller, I said, the governor of this state is Pataki, Governor Pataki. He says, no, you know, he talked weird. He was like, the pigeon. He says, the pigeons are the cleanest animal you ever seen. I go, I'm not arguing with you, buddy, but I'm telling you, the governor's name is Pataki. That's unbelievable. He's crazy. Turned out he wasn't retarded. He was, woo.
We took a lot of flack for saying in the art of, for some things that you said in the Hollywood Reporter, saying that you were kind of glad that the Me Too movement has slowed down, and we don't really know you as a guy who, really comments on very much that's going on. So what were you trying to say? Yeah.
Well, I was, print reporters, they ask you questions and they put them all together. What I was talking about was Chris Hardwick, this particular comedian. Right. That was a friend of mine. And, if 500 women go against a man, obviously the guy's guilty. But in the Chris Hardwick one, it was one woman against one man. Mm-hmm. Right. So I was saying that I thought it was good that the pendulum was swung, and Chris Hardwick has been as rehabilitated as he's going to get. He still tells me he can't walk down the street without people yelling stuff at him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's all I was trying to say.
We went from not listening to them to now it's ridiculous. Like that Believe Women. It's like all of them. How about 85%? I'll give you 87%, all right? But that last 13% that keys your car, lights your shit on fire, and puts a family pet in a pot of stew. I miss, tougher parenting and evidence. Those are the things that I miss from my childhood.
Evidence?
Yeah.
You mean
due process?
Right.
Somebody says something happened, and then someone else goes, well, I said it happened this way, like the old Gumshoe shows. Then they had to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't exist now on social media. It's just it's just frontier justice.
Right.
You feel how nervous everybody just got in here? The fact that I just suggested that there should be due process? This guy's talking crazy, man. Did he just join ISIS? This is what it is.
What I'm saying.
And then the woos that they agreed, but they didn't agree when it counted.
Been away so long, and I need you now more than forever. I hate to say, I hope the setting sun, cause it makes me think about when we're together. Cause I